Boruto chapter 79. Kawaki chapter 79 just dropped, and I have no words. I didn't expect this to happen. I didn't expect us to have such a crazy plot twist. The moment is finally here. Boruto lost everything. Kawaki's desire became reality as Eida rewrote history, where Boruto and Kawaki's life have been reversed. Kawaki is now known as Kawaki Uzumaki, the son of the Hokage and the main character of the series. And Boruto is an outsider, the one who killed the 7 Hokage. I didn't expect this to happen. First of all, if you're wondering how I was able to read the chapter early, they did end up almost like leaking the whole chapter with translations of everything. It did come from OP scans. They do the One Piece scans when they do basically they take the Japanese version, which is released early on, and then they translate it to English themselves so that we don't have to wait too long. If you guys want to go check it out, you can see them on Twitter or on Discord. You can go read it for yourself. But I really like the work they did. First of all, starting with the cover. Most of the time with the cover, they leave out a lot of the words and the text that was in the brackets, and this almost seems blank. But for this one, they actually show us what was written. So it says, "You foolish bastard." The title is Omnipotence, and then you guys will understand it as we continue reading the chapter. At first I didn't understand, but when I started reading it and seeing what exactly happened in this chapter, I understood everything. I would rate this cover a cool 9. It looks amazing. I like the way Boruto looks. We see his scar, we see everything, we see the karma. It looks cool. I mess with it. Start off right where we left off. We have Boruto, who is still talking to Momoshiki, confused about what he is talking about. The moment is here. I told you, he keeps repeating it. He keeps repeating it. The moment is here, and we get to see what that moment truly is. And then we have Sasuke, kind of looking at Boruto like, what are you doing? What's happening? Are you talking to Momoshiki? Is something happening? But he doesn't say too much. And then we have Shikamaru basically telling all the Leaf police force to go and look for Kawaki. Everybody is going to go look for Kawaki. We see Team 10 with Shikadai basically saying that, yeah, it's not looking good for Kawaki because of what he did. Most people think like something bad happened to Naruto, and they're all putting it on Kawaki, which is right. Kawaki is the one responsible for everything. And Mitsuki is basically there. Okay, Kawaki, I'm gonna go look for you now. And basically, we go back to the flashback that we once had in the past, where Mitsuki says he doesn't know what he would do to the person who ended up killing Boruto. And he finds to understand, he pieces everything together, and that person is Kawaki. And we now go and see him chase Kawaki. We also see Sasuke, we also see other people going around to go and find Kawaki. And Boruto tells Sadara, go with Mitsuki because we don't know what he's going to do. He's hot-headed, he's not thinking clearly right now. You have to go and protect him. And this is all leading up to the future scene that Boruto foresaw in chapter 75. And it's nothing that we expected. I can already tell you this. So we continue on. We have Kawaki. Like I said, he is exhausted. He has been using a lot of chakra. We see him kneeling up on the tree. He's tired because of everything he had to do. He sealed Naruto, fought Boruto, and he's been using a lot of chakra. So he's thinking right now like, damn, I am not in the best situation right now. He's trying to figure out a way to not only just hide his chakra presence, but also figure out what he's gonna do. Is he gonna leave the village? What is he gonna have to do now? But as I told you, at the end of the day, Eida is not on the Leaf side. Eida is on Kawaki's side. And this is where she goes and basically rescues Kawaki. She goes to Kawaki using her flight ability that Damien doesn't have. Damien can't fly, but Ida's the only one who can fly. Then after, Eida goes to Kawaki, and Amato is trying to get the information. What's happening? Why is everybody looking for Kawaki? What did Kawaki do? Because we know that Amato is a Kawaki meat rider. He needs Kawaki for his plan, so he's doing whatever possible to make sure that Kawaki stays alive to accomplish his plan. We truly don't know what it is, but we know that Amato needs Kawaki. Then we move on to the next one. Kawaki sees Eida. Eida comes to Kawaki and is like, oh, Kawaki, I'm here to help. Whatever. I am on your side. I love you. I want the best for you type stuff. You feel me? But Kawaki is like, yo, if you continue staying near me, people will find out what happened. People will find out that we're together and that I am here. He basically doesn't want anybody to know his location because he knows what's going to happen. But Eida basically reassures him, and we see Kawaki talk to him about everything, how he feels like an outsider, how he feels like he didn't really want this to happen. Why did it have to be Boruto, Naruto's son? Why couldn't it just be a random outsider who did something wrong like he is? And the more he talks, the more he reveals his desire of how he wished the situation could be. And then Eida touches him, reassuring him about everything that could potentially happen. And then something big happens out of nowhere. We see some type of aura, some type of light go up in the air, and then we see the Sharingan. We see the Sharingan symbol and everything that happens, and then everything seems to have changed. People are no longer looking for Kawaki, they seem to be looking for Boruto, not Kawaki anymore. What happened? So we see Eida come down. Some of the panels are amazing. We see the Boruto planet, we see Eida going down. It seems like everybody thought she was gonna be asleep for the rest of the chapter, but she does come back to life in a sense. She does come back to consciousness, that's a better way to put it. And then we see the Shinobi, the Leaf Force, come to Kawaki, and they're like, yo, what are you doing here, Kawaki? What happened to your scar? Kawaki's like, hold on, what happened? Eida basically goes along with it. And then after, when everything goes wrong, everything is basically going wrong. Boruto chilling. Boruto thinks that everybody is still on his side. Boruto thinks that we just have to deal with Kawaki. Then after, we see Momoshiki laugh. And Momoshiki is really annoying, but I won't lie. Imagine, right, everything is going wrong in your situation. Everything is going wrong in your life. You lost your parents, you got scarred, and now you lost everything, but you still don't know. And then you have Momoshiki who's laughing in the back of your head, and you don't understand why. And then out of nowhere, Mitsuki comes and starts to attack you. Mitsuki comes to start to attack you, and you don't really know what's happening. Yo, what are you doing? We're supposed to be looking for Kawaki. And that's what is super, I feel super bad for Boruto because he didn't know at the time. Basically, his best friend that he knew for a lot of time, the person who he always fought with, the original Team 7, he comes out of nowhere and is trying to fight Boruto. And then we go back to Eida and Kawaki. We go back and we see that people come up to him and he's like, oh, what are you doing here, Kawaki Uzumaki? It's kind of crazy. And then he basically tells them that Boruto is responsible for Naruto's death and why Naruto isn't here. Basically, Boruto killed Naruto. And this is crazy because at the leaks first, we first thought that, oh, Kawaki is the reason why all of this happened. And then we started no, Kawaki maybe isn't the reason why it happened. It's Eida's fault and all of that. Kawaki didn't really manipulate it. But Kawaki is going along with everything, which makes it even worse because you could have the argument that it's really not Kawaki's fault, but then Kawaki makes the situation worse and makes it seem like Boruto is the one who killed Naruto. Like that didn't even happen. Kawaki didn't even kill Naruto. Naruto is still alive. But that's how Kawaki is painting the story. Kawaki is now the protagonist. Kawaki is now the hero of the Leaf Village, and he is making Boruto seem like a villain. And then we have Momoshiki. I do love this part where Momoshiki actually helps Boruto when he's fighting Mitsuki because he doesn't know what's happening. He sees Mitsuki and he's like, yo, well, there's nothing wrong. This is my guy. I knew him for a long time. But then out of nowhere, activates the Sage Mode and tells him, you have truly angered me. Just like we saw in chapter 75. Everything is piecing together. Everything that has been written, everything that Boruto saw, everything has come together, and now we understand. Kishimoto's foreshadowing of the blue eyes. We all thought it was Boruto's blue eyes, but no, it is not Boruto's blue eyes. It was Eida's blue eyes, and Boruto has now lost everything. Nobody is on his side. He is painted as the villain, while his entire life he has been doing everything to protect this village. I feel bad for Boruto, and I won't lie, Mitsuki does look very cool in this instance. If this was Kawaki, I would have been hyped, but this is not Kawaki, bro. This is not the one. He is not the one responsible for Naruto not being there anymore. I'm happy, sad, confused. The chapter is amazing. I feel bad for Boruto. I'm low-key kind of mad. Kawaki is some massive meat rider at this point, but it's crazy. I don't know how to feel while reading this chapter. It looks amazing, don't get me wrong, but this chapter got me feeling so many different emotions. I can't really explain it. Right now, Boruto doesn't really know what's happening. He sees that Mitsuki is attacking him, and he low-key decides to run. That's the best decision that he can make. He decides to run and everything. And then we have Momoshiki explaining everything that happened. He discusses how it was Kawaki's desire for all of this to happen, and he utilized his omnipotence. The omnipotence part is referring to Kawaki as him being Otsutsuki, and then we have Eida. both of them coming together, Eida has Shibai's ability and Kawaki is the Otsutsuki, them coming together results in godlike power. And he says that this happened before in the past. This might be we might get some other plot twists that happened in the past in Naruto that we just don't understand, because he's talking in a way like this has been happening for a long while. The Otsutsuki gods, the ones who are strong with divine powers, have been changing history over and over again, but we just don't know. This is actually crazy, because it's not like it only affects the village, it affects everything, it affects the entire planet. That's why we see it on a global sense. Only those who are in different dimensions are the ones who are not affected because they're not on the planet. So Naruto and Hinata probably are not affected, and Cold, since he's in a different dimension, is probably not affected. So there's a lot of stuff that can happen, and Momoshiki just explains everything that happens, man. It was Kawaki's desire connected with Aida's abilities that resulted into this. And it's crazy. He tells Boruto that the roles have been reversed. You are now the outsider and Boruto is the villain. Now, I really want to see how Boruto feels about Kawaki, because if I was in Boruto's spot, I don't like Kawaki anymore, and he deserves to be killed because of everything that he's doing. He literally reversed life. So the thing is, right, the crazy part about this is that he didn't do it so that he would no longer be able to kill Boruto. He did it so that he could kill Boruto and people wouldn't blame him or feel bad for him. People wouldn't look at him differently. That's the crazy part. And now reading the chapter, man, I understand why people would hate Kawaki. I understand it, but it has been foreshadowed for a long while. Kawaki will do anything possible to accomplish his goals, and that's what he is currently doing right now. This is an amazing chapter. It's a 10 out of 10 chapter. Don't rate it a 10 out of 10. Probably didn't read it properly. You have to go back and read it, because this chapter is the best chapter that ever came out. It's the best chapter of the year. It's the best chapter in the Boruto series, and I've been saying this consistently, chapter after chapter. Every chapter that comes out, I find a new best chapter of all time. This is crazy. You guys have to let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. This chapter was just peak. I'm sorry.